Good morning. It is another solo backpacking trip today. Just started out on the Horton Creek Trail, and I think it just starts and follows the Horton Creek up to a spring. And so we're gonna try and get up there and then camp overnight. But we're in Payson, Arizona, and should be a good day. I'm about a mile in here, and I'm getting to the part where I can see where the creek should be. But as you can see, there's a creek bed and there is no water in it. So hopefully as I get a little higher up, we'll start to see some water. So I was kind of banking on that in terms of how much I brought with me. So fingers crossed, but we'll see. Definitely feeling a lot better now because we have found water. So I think the rest of this trail pretty much just follows the creek. So I think I'll have reliable water for the rest of the trip, which is good to know because I definitely didn't expect it to be dry down towards the bottom. But I'm glad that I found it flowing a little bit farther up because that could have been an interesting situation. But we're gonna keep on going and see where it leads. The first part of this trail started off a little bit boring. It wasn't super close to the water and just kind of uphill, lots of trees, not really any views. But as I'm getting farther along, the trail gets closer to the creek and you can smell the water. It's pretty awesome, but it is uphill pretty much all the way. So a little out of breath, but definitely having a good time. All right, just stopping by the creek for a little bit of lunch here. I'm about 3 miles in and almost to the spring. So I'll either have the option to camp there for the night or I can also keep heading up a little bit farther. But we'll see what it looks like once we get up there. For lunch, I got some water with the liquid IV, which I guess hydrates you better or something. I just like it because it has sugar in it and I like it. But so we got that, and then just got some beef sticks. So just a little bit of snack for lunch, and we'll keep heading on up. All right, we have reached the top of the trail. I think that's a trail marker right here. But yeah, it looks like there is a little campsite up here. Someone made a fire pit out of some rocks. So I think people do like to camp up in this area. But I think for me, I'm gonna go try and find a spot that's next to the creek and then start getting set up down there. All right, I think I've found my spot for camp. Really really great little area. It looks like people have definitely camped here before, but a couple fire pits, spots where you can kind of tell that people have set up tents where the ground's kind of flattened out. But yeah, I'm the only one here right now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get set up and kind of just relax for the rest of the day. Should be good. All right, I think for now, we're gonna call that pretty good on setting up camp. I don't think there's any rain in the forecast, so I might just leave it like this with the rain fly off. But if anything comes in, I have it. I can throw it on real quick. But I think as it is right now, probably be good without it. But I'll just show you around camp a little bit here. We got our fire pit over here. And then you can see that's right next to where I got my tent set. Down there, it looks like people have set up tents on that little flat area before as well. But we got our fire pit. This is where I came in from, up there. The trail is kind of over here. And then off to the side, it's pretty nice because I'll have the sound of the creek tonight. So you can see the water. It's right down there. Kind of goes up. We have a little waterfall. So overall, super nice little location. I like it a lot. Good access to water. Got a fire pit, even though I don't think I'll have a fire tonight. I don't really have anything to cut wood with, so that kind of makes things difficult. But I do have this little rock, which will be nice because I can set my stove on it. So I've been walking around the campsite a little bit, and on this rock, I think I found maybe some sort of like fire starter kit that someone left behind. And I'll show you what it looks like. Basically, there's this piece of wood that someone got all of the bark off, and it's super, super dry. And then we have this, which has a little notch at the tip of it. And then a pointy side over here. And then we have this longer piece that's notched up here on the top. And then it looks like they maybe tried to do something on this end as well. But I'm not sure. I think what it might be is like a bow drill set. So you have like a super dry piece here, and then you would put a string on this long piece and wrap it around this. And then you can kind of use that to spin this really quickly on the dry wood. And you can use that to get a spark. But not entirely sure if that's what it is. It's kind of just my first thought. But definitely kind of cool. I don't think if it is a bow drill, I don't think it is a complete set. But I honestly don't know. But I just thought sitting kind of near where the campfire was. So I was kind of curious if it might be that. But it's always cool to see what you find just around these campsites. I know we always try to leave no trace, but sometimes you can leave behind something helpful like a fire starter, because you never really know if someone might need it. But yeah, I think that's what that is. I don't know. You can let me know if it's not, but that was just my first thought. I just want to say this is like the really nice part about getting outside that I love. Um, it's really cool to do the big days and go super far out, but right now I think I'm only like 5 miles from the car, and not even five, probably like 4. And it's just perfect. Like, I got here early, got camp set up. Now I'm just sitting outside, and this is the part that I really like. Just being out by myself in nature. It's such a great change of pace from everything back home. And yeah, if you don't get out regularly, I would definitely recommend doing it, because this is great. It's awesome. I love it. I think it's time to start some dinner. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening or so, and got myself another backpacker meal, so it should be pretty easy. We got chili mac with beef, so we'll see how that goes. This is the before. Doesn't look too bad. I can smell the chili, so that's good. Alright, this is boiling. Get that turned off. Alright, we'll seal this up, give it a couple minutes, and then we should be good to go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Not too bad. Give this a taste. Yeah, I like that. Alright, dinner was awesome, and for dessert, we're gonna be doing a little bit of tea. And we'll just give that a couple minutes. We should be in business. Alrighty, my tea is ready, and I think I'm ready for just a chill night. I don't know how good the sunset's gonna be. I can't really see that well from where I am, but gonna stay up a little bit, drink my tea, watch the sun go down, and I think tonight I'm gonna leave the rain fly off the tent. So I don't think I'll be able to show you on the camera, but we'll see if we get any stars out. And yeah, gonna settle in for the night, and I will talk to you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 7 a.m. and slept pretty good. So gonna go ahead and get up and start packing up and get some coffee ready. So should be a good day. Gonna head back to the car once I get packed up, and yeah, should be fun. Alright, just like that, we are all packed and got my coffee with me. So I think I'm gonna take that and go ahead and get on the trail. So I'm on the way back right now on the trail, and I just keep seeing like all these little campsites and stuff that are just kind of dispersed along the whole length of the creek. And I definitely need to come back here and bring my fly rod, because this creek is downstream from a fish hatchery. And so I'm thinking if I bring the fly rod, we should be able to get some trout. I don't have it with me today, but definitely need to come back here, and it's only like an hour and a half from where I live. So I think I'll certainly be back. Definitely got to check out some of these spots. The creek looks awesome. But yeah, overall, just super good night. There was one other backpacker who came in maybe an hour after I did. And he was from Phoenix as well. His name's Trevor. But super nice guy. He was on his first ever backpacking trip. So cool to see more and more people getting outside and getting into camping and backpacking. It's definitely something that I've really enjoyed. So it's cool to see a lot of other people getting into it as well. But overall, super great trip. Check out this campsite. You got a fire pit right next to the creek. Yeah, definitely gonna need to come back here. There's a lot more spots to check out than just the one that I was at. Look at this huge cow that I just came up on. That thing is massive. Dang. So I think when I come back, definitely could fish. Looks like catch and release only, which that's fine with me. I don't normally keep the fish that I catch when I go, just mostly because I backpack and bringing a pan and the stuff to clean a fish. I just don't really want to carry it all with me, but that's definitely one thing that I did when I started out backpacking, and it's kind of a common mistake, is just bringing too much stuff. Whenever you're packing for a trip like this, you kind of have to remember that it's nice to have a bunch of cool toys and gadgets to bring with you, but you got to remember that you have to carry it at the end of the day. So I'm definitely not like an ultralight backpacker, but I still take into account, the weight that I'm bringing with me, because it does make it a lot more challenging to do all these hikes if your pack weighs 50 pounds. Right now I think I'm around 27, 28 pounds, which isn't bad, and I'm fine with that. But I've fished at the Tonto Creek before. Tonto Creek, you can keep the fish, and they have really good trout fishing, so I'm assuming this creek has kind of the same. And like I said, I'm fine with catch and release, so I think next time I'll definitely have to come back here, and I'll probably camp a little bit closer to where I park rather than going all the way up to where the spring is, but do a little bit shorter of a hike and then focus on trying to catch some fish out of this creek, because if it's anything like Tonto Creek, it'll be awesome. So I'm about maybe a quarter mile away from the car, and I think that about does it for this trip. So thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time.